definitely. And just real quick back to you, Cal. You've done some. It's one thing to produce for so many artists like you have, but you've produced hits that surpass, that are timeless. You know, we talk about, you know, Tevin Campbell, Goodbye. We played that last week.
Absolutely.
And people was like, yo, I remember that joint. And those the type of songs that take you back to a particular, it's like a time machine, take you back. You remember what you were doing, where you were at, your hairstyle, your clothes, everything. It just take you back to that time.
Absolutely.
I do. You know, by the grace of God, you know, I was able to you know, to have the success. And I still consider myself a Benjamin, still having that success now. Things came our way, and these records, you know, working with Tevin Campbell, I remember producing it with I'll Be Sure, and Tevin was no more than 14, 15. He was still in school, and, you know, we wrote these songs, and we jumped on a plane, and we went to Benny Medina's house in the middle of the night and was like, yo, we want to record these with Tevin. And Benny was like, what you got to do? And we picked him up for one straight week. We picked him up from school, got it, and took him directly to the studio and nailed those records. And and that young man, you know, he was 14 at the time. He was already a veteran. He was just knocking these vocals out. So working with him, I was amazed on such a young age. You know, just an exciting time. You know, I couldn't have been no more than my mid-20s, and you know, just being having the perks of the business, and you know, it was a good time. You know, fast cars and all that stuff, and you know, I'm glad I went through that once. I don't need that anymore.
No doubt.
But it was a good time, and you know, same thing with the I'll Be Sure, you know, album in the beginning was we was right off the street, you know, so we didn't those, you know, big studios and, you know, limos picking us up. We was just, you know, coming on down on the subway to the studio and didn't know that we were, you know, by God's grace, making something magical. We had no idea.
Yeah, I mean,
you know,
wow. You know, with I'll Be Sure, you know, Night and Day and Off on Your Own. I mean, those were just. I was with 12. That was 88, 89. So I'm talking like I was in 12th grade. So hey, you know, those are joints. You know, I was trying to get booed up with them joints.
Yeah, I just arrived for State then.
Yeah.
It was LB Pandemonium, bro.
Yeah,
no doubt.
Yeah. So
it was a good time, and you know, some people, creative people in the industry, they lose their minds. You know, you get so much so early, you get to be that way forever, and that's just not the way this industry is. You know, and you know, I had good family and good people, and to where when things, you know, kind of start to dip, you always got a support system, because you need that in this industry. You know, because you ain't gonna always be riding high.
Absolutely.
And you know what? But with you know, my creative you know, talents and people looking out, you know, that's how I met Donell Jones. You know, I was hooking up with Eddie F. And he said, "Yo, man, go work with my artist over here." And you know, we did that and had no idea what was going to happen. And that record has been living on for 20 years. You know, where I want to be.
Yeah,
so
definitely,
there's just those kind of things. You need luck in this industry too. You know, and I've been very lucky.